Well, it's a very wonderful day on Asabe Afrika TV, somewhere in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, West Africa, as we meet a very unique personality, an eminent African, a man that is very peculiar to our democracy, a man who has contributed to the business of democracy in Africa, in Nigeria, a top-rated businessman, entrepreneur, a thinker, a doer, a man you will never believe that we are with right now. But thank God for the greatness of the moment that we are meeting him somewhere in Lagos today to share his thoughts about Nigerian politics, about the way forward in business, in politics, and how we can really get out of some of the political logjam that we found ourselves in recent time. I'm privileged to introduce His Excellency Dr. Orji Uzor Kalu, MON, the former Governor of Abia State. Your Excellency, we are very honored to be with you today, and we found this a very unique opportunity, a very humble opportunity. We want to thank you first for giving us this privilege to meet you in Lagos. We've been chasing you for the past 7 months, and some of the time you are busy. Either you are giving lecture in some of the universities in the country, or you're probably out of the country. Let me start by asking you, sir, that looking at the political atmosphere in Nigeria, as an elder statesman, as a businessman, and as one of the founding fathers of modern democracy, are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy because country is still intact. There is no division in the country. Many people have predicted, like my friend Ambassador John Negropote predicted Nigeria will go apart. So I'm very happy that we are together, and I'm also excited that we are doing what we're supposed to do. And democracy is not one day's business. What we are going through, over 200 years ago, Americans have gone through the same thing we are going through. I'm not saying we should be going through this. We're supposed to have outgrown where we are today in Nigeria. But since we have not outgrown where we are, I'm very happy that country is still one. We are building unity, trying to build unity, and we will find unity in us. So I believe sincerely that country have done well, and in doing well, we will be able to come together as a bigger country.
Your Excellency, it appears that you are taking a very, very giant stride in trying to ameliorate some of the issues that have coupled the political atmosphere. Recently, you've taken on the challenge of going around the country. I mean, it's something that is, we can call an elder statesman challenge, whereby you go to the Palace of Kings, you go to traditional rulers to seek a kind of peace initiative. Why did you take the challenge, and why are you so busy about, I mean, a lot of people feel that you should be busy with your business, you're busy with a whole lot of things, but why are you going around? You've gone to above Lagos, the other day you were in the Palace of the Oni of Ife, and the next time we saw you with the traditional rulers in Ekiti, trying to, talk to them about democracy. Why did you decide to go into this peace initiative, sir?
Well, first, peace is very, very important. When President Obasanjo started writing his letters, and I felt that Nigeria is challenged, and if no one stands up, like in the middle of May, I'm going to be going to the southeast to see traditional rulers and leaders of thought there. Not only traditional rulers, we are paying courtesy call on traditional rulers, leaders of thought, and governors, sitting governors. I saw all of them, and I had private talks with them, not what we discussed before the press, and gave them challenges, what led where the country was in problem before. And we are leading to the same place. Are we really educating ourselves on the right direction? So they understood what I was saying. This is why the Orji Uzor Kalu Foundation decided to fund peace advocates.
Peace advocacy?
Yes,
now.
advocacy in the region. So through this peace advocacy, we were able to go through hook and crannies of Southwest. Now we are moving it to Southeast. And after Southeast, we are going to go to North Central. I'm going to go immediately after Salah. In fact, I should be doing Salah in Katsina State. And from there, we'll move to Kanu, to Jigawa, to Bauchi, and to surrounding states. So it's a commitment we need to remind these people. You know, sometimes big men are rich people. Try to forget where we started from. You can never be driven. You cannot be driven by the masses. Once you allow yourself driven by thoughts of some big people and some thought of unloyal masses, you drive into pothole. Because Nigeria is a society where people will shout for you, Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the morning. In the night they say crucify him. They have not known the reason why you should be crucified. So we need to remind these people, because memory is short. My business cannot thrive if there is a problem here today. So business can only thrive where there is peace and unity.
It appears to a lot of people that you are really taking up a product that is difficult to sell. It's like you are selling Coca-Cola, you are the MD of Coca-Cola, and somebody now says to come and manage Pepsi. And you know what I mean? Now,
no, what? I don't know what you mean.
No, what I mean is that President Buhari, to a large extent, has been seen as somebody who has really underperformed. General Obasanjo has written his letter. General Babangida was a very good friend, and you know, brother in good advocacy has also written his own letter. And recently, General T.Y. Danjuma, another statement just like you, also added his own word. So everybody is asking, why is Dr. Orji Uzor Kalu interested in selling a product that appears dormant? I mean, why?
What is the product? Call the name of the product.
The product is President Muhammadu Buhari. So why are you selling him? Why are you
let me be honest to you.
Yes, sir.
President Muhammadu Buhari is a very good product to Nigerian people. If you know the level of damage done to the economy of this country in the last 7 years, and I cannot really say it that it's a bad product. It's not a bad product. It's the best product in the market today.
How do you mean, sir?
Because he has gone first year, and if you know that Nigeria Central Bank was looted, raped, not even looted, so they were nakedly raped, and if you know the level of what happened there, I'm not sure you'll be calling President Buhari or sellable product. President Buhari is still the best thing that happened to us to restore where we stopped, where we could have gone down very well. We could have been finished totally. If we were allowed what was on ground to have happened, we could have been finished. All those indices we are being given all this period, we are fake indices. I'm a businessman. I'm one of the among the 10 foremost businessmen in Africa, and I don't speak about it, and that is the truth. Then if I speak with passion. I have 9,000 something employees. I pay their salary every month. So if I speak, I'm telling you from the basic of economy. Our problem is not political. Our problem is economy. So if they have raped Central Bank without receipt, I don't know where we could have been running to. But Buhari have tried. Buhari is not perfect. I never say he's a perfect man. A leader must not know how to do everything. A leader must do some and leave some to incoming one. So if Buhari in the next 4 years will be able to check rule of law, check it very well, and pass the banner like President Orji Kalu, I will put the economy in the fast running lane. In less than 4 years, Nigerian economy will be very progressive. Nigerian economy will be very active, which is what Buhari is going to be doing in the second tenure. His attention will be economy, because I will be involved. I will be there by the side to advise, and I will be there. I will get involved. Mind you, I'm a senior member of the APC, and we cannot allow President Buhari fail for the second tenure.
It appears to me that anything that Orji Uzor Kalu engage in comes to it with passion. People know you for doggedness. There's nothing you touch, and you just like that. And in most cases, you bring your Midas touch to some of those events. But just this morning, Chief Olufalaye, after a meeting with President Obasanjo, has also said the same thing, that people are being killed across the country. The hardmen it's as if they're improving in their adventure, their negative adventure. Everybody is saying the same thing, that the country is running.
Let me tell you.
How do we change the perception?
No. The perception is not. Let me tell you, we have weak governors in those states. I was governor for 8 years. When I was there, nobody, no henchman would do what they are doing. I will handle it. Because the governor first primarily is the chief security officer. So it's not issue of Buhari. Buhari is just president of Nigeria. And they are coordinating powers where they lose federation. The states are loose federation. So all the governors crying, the husband did that and do that, they live there. Not when they eat the security vote, they want to invade another security vote. When I was governor, some challenges like that raised up, and I handled the challenges because police SSS were receiving the security vote. So if they receive security vote, they will be able to work and the army. So the governor should stand up to their duties, because if they stand up to their duties, the federation will have peace. Here can only 20-30 people will be harassing 2 million people in a state. It's not true. It's not possible. So there is a political linkage on this. There are people. Last year, including you abused me when I told you people that these herdsmen were coming from Libya, Mali. Nobody believed me. It's another form of Boko Haram.
But the president,
you have seen it.
Okay.
And when I said it last year, June, all the media, including you, the Punch, everybody, they abused me. And when you are abusing me, because I speak the truth, I'm not a controversial man. It's just that I say what people don't want to say. Like I say, Obasanjo is a thief. It's a definition that he's a thief. He knows he's a thief. Otherwise, he cannot build what he built in Abiyokuta and Ota to himself. A man who came to power with 20,000 naira. This he told me. And I have him in audio and video where he was explaining that he had only 20,000 in my sitting room in Victoria Land, in my house in Victoria Land. So a man who came to power with 20,000 naira and is a multi-billionaire today, nobody checks how he makes the money. So Nigeria is free for all, unless President Buhari goes back to probe people like President Obasanjo. We will not start talking about corruption. He has not started. I want President Buhari to give Magu a mandate tomorrow to go and try President Obasanjo. Then I will know we have started fighting corruption. We have not started. But in response to other people you call that right later, President Babangida has a right to give his view.
That's it. Yeah.
President T.Y. Dajuma, they have all their rights. It's a right given to them by the Constitution of Nigeria. Okay, sir. I don't doubt that right. I also have my right to do what I'm doing. It's the same right I'm enjoying to support President Buhari. One of us must not support everybody. For you to say that Babangida is my friend, it's not my friend. I'm trained up by Babangida. I'm sure you know. He's my master. Wonderful. I'm trained up by Babangida. He brought me up. Wonderful. I'm very close to T.Y. Dajuma. But those people mean well. The immorality in a man is in Obasanjo, who cannot speak through double petal. Obasanjo is a shameless man because he's supposed to be one-term president. This is the promise he made to us. I went to Babangida.
Oh, you mean there was a promise that
there was a deal made?
He said it was a lie.
It's not a lie, it's the truth. No. I was there. There was a deal made.
They want to do the Mandela option.
He said he will do one tenure. Then you, President Babangida, you will continue. This was a deal made. Babangida is alive, Obasanjo is alive. Let any of them contradict it. We'll go to ATA and talk about it. So it's not a lie, it's the truth. So there was a deal made. I went with Babangida to him. When Babangida informed him that they like him to be the president. He said, how many presidents will you make him be?
Yes, that was the
I'm not interested. He woke up, he was wearing a short knicker, khaki short knicker. He went back and came back and said, Ibrahim, well, what you are just trying to tell me is that I only do 4 years and I hand over to you. So we sat him down and we started talking. He said yes, he will do one tenure. I was there. I'm not saying somebody said.
Wow.
So how can he be lying to the nation? On many occasions I confronted Babangida when he wanted, this was the reason why he wanted to fight him in 2003. Babangida said no, he would not want to confront his boss.
Oh, yeah.
That was the reason. And we said, okay, since you cannot do it, let's use Atiku to do it. At the tail end, Atiku said no, he had made up with his boss. So we are stranded. We could have used one governor to remove him. But
you mean impeachment?
Not impeachment. No, 2003 election. Obasanjo was gone.
Okay, was gone. Okay. Hey, because we learned that he knelt down and begged Atiku in his bedroom.
He also knelt down and begged me.
Where, sir?
In my bedroom. He came to the governor's lodge in Asokoro. He came middle of the night. He came straight to my bedroom because he's commander-in-chief. As commander-in-chief, the ADCs and security men have no right. They just knock on my bedroom. I opened. It was him. He knelt down and begged me. And after that, he won. I went to greet him. He said, I will suffer throughout my life for what I made to him. So this is the kind of man you are talking about. Obasanjo is an animal. He's not supposed to be. He's supposed to be caged where chimpanzees are in zoo.
So why is there no petition before the FCC?
Who told you? There are so many petitions. Go and ask Magu. I'm not a friend of Magu. Go and ask Magu. If you have no, there are many petitions against Obasanjo. 16 billion and other money he stole and money he gave to businessmen. Obasanjo is owner of so many companies you are seeing today in Nigeria.
But why it appears as if there's no activities around it, as if, you know, as
people know, they don't want to talk about it. This is why the US intelligence or the North American intelligence agencies don't respect him. The European Union don't respect him. His power is only in AU. They don't respect him because they know he's a thief.
Okay, part of what Nigerians have against President Buhari is the fact that he's not serious about restructuring Nigeria, which is very germane to the continuous existence of this country. And you have even advocated for the implementation of the 2014 confab. Why is your friend not serious about it?
I'm not. When you say restructuring, I don't believe in those things we are talking about. I believe there are 63 items or 61 items in the one column of the Constitution. I believe you should just take some and put in the other left-hand side. What we are looking for is physical federalism. So you cannot even, the Igbos will be stupid to allow people to restructure Nigeria today without an Igbo man being president. It's only when Igbo finish being president, you can now talk about restructuring. The country should be like this until all the sections of the country. Obasanjo have been president, Yar'Adua have been, Buhari, Jonathan. Let Igbo man be president, they would now talk about restructuring.
There is this perception.
What do you want to restructure? When you have not settled every... This when I see our senior brothers calling for restructuring, I look at them that they don't know what they are talking about. What are they going to restructure? What do they know to restructure? It's good because they have carved this to be a political way out. People want to do 2019 election with. I'm not a politician. I don't like to talk about politics. What is good for every other region is good to the other region. You must allow a Nigerian president that will have powers to make decisions also before you restructure. You want to come and give me president like Nnamdi Azikiwe that have no power to tie a kilometer of road? It's not true. So restructuring is not a sight. I'll do physical federalism.
No, I want to ask you really. Please, this is very important. I asked General Jeff, what's your definition of restructuring? I asked General Samoma the same question, and I asked Senator Toby.
No. My definition is federal physical federalism.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
That's your definition.
Yes, that is my definition.
But now people are saying that General Buhari made the Northerners the core of the security apparatus in this country are all not. Why?
Let me tell you. If you make Orji Kalu president, I might do the same thing General Buhari have done.
Why, sir?
There is nowhere in the Constitution say I must give service chiefs to everybody. The Constitution say I must give ministers per state. So if once beaten twice shy, because this man had been in government before and they apply a military coup against him. So when I see Nigerians talking, let us talk what is constitutionally agreeable. When Jonathan was president, you should also go and count those who were service chiefs and those who were in charge of security. There was Ekpenyong, there was Azeza, there was no bad check.
Yes.
There was Iyejirika, there was this. So why are you not talking that time?
Southern background.
Southern background. If you are not from core south, you are a minority north that is a Christian. That was what Jonathan did, and nobody spoke against it. If I'm president, what President Buhari have done today, I might also do it, because the security is everything. Those are his personal staff.
But there's no result.
He chooses anybody that he can work with. But minister is mandated by the constitution to give. So Nigerian people should start understanding this. If you go to the US now, both the chief of staff and everybody, they come from the same state. Nobody talks about it.
That's
They are personal staff.
Donald Trump style.
It's not Donald Trump style, it's the style of Americans. Because those are personal staff.
In terms of corruption, sir, you said that President Buhari is not fighting corruption the way he should be fighting corruption. So, how should President Buhari fight corruption in lieu of the fact that even some people within his cabinet are corrupt and there are evidences before him?
No, I don't think so. You know, Nigerian people have been writing hate speeches. They've been writing all kinds of things to hate themselves. They've been doing all kinds of propaganda. Mind you, Sunday, I'm also a media owner. I have access to information. I also travel a lot to international seminars and international organizations. I have access to information. Today, all the major world powers still support President Buhari. I can tell you that. They still support President Buhari for his re-election, although they will tell you, I'm not involving ourselves for internal matter. They still support President Buhari for another 4 years. This is the truth. Who are the beneficiaries? The masses are the beneficiary of Buhari's 4 years. Some of the rich people are crying because they don't have access to renew their crude oil license. They have access to do the normal money they are used to taking. But the masses, check. The roads going from Enugu to Port Harcourt are being built. This is what we need in Southeast. The road going from Enugu to Oka to Onitsha are being built. All the federal roads in Southeast are being looked after. And these are things I told President Buhari that will make me to join him and join the APC. So this Niger bridge, he told me, he said, I will finish or quarter to go before he leaves government. Today is almost 50% completion. They better keep your chief of army staff and keep your secretary to government and give us infrastructures in Southeast and the South all together. Some people were president, they couldn't tar the road in front of their house. Look at Abeokuta Expressway. Look at all those expressways. President Buhari have been awarded that contract today. Obasanjo couldn't build that road. In 16 years, both the PDP government couldn't do that road. What are you telling me about? Who has more conscience? If you want to talk about conscience.
Let's talk about herdsmen killing, sir.
Yes.
It is seriously affecting everybody in this country. People are dying daily, particularly in the...
Tell the people doing it to stop doing it.
Now, sir, these herdsmen killings, it seems as if the government has failed in terms of security. So
it is another model of Boko Haram.
So actually,
when I shouted last year, even you Sunday, you wrote in your paper, abusing me. And when you finish abusing me, you come back to me. So you find out that these are things, the Libya operations, the Mali operations, and all these operations cost.
You agree that it's Gaddafi's men, actually?
Not yes, it's the fallout of killing Gaddafi.
Okay. There's tension.
Yes.
But that's
yes, because there were a lot of arms and still a lot of arms in Libya. Gaddafi purchased a lot of arms, tremendous arms. Mind you, I met him 1 or 2 times before his death. When he met up with the Americans, I went to see him in sect twice. And before the Secretary of State went there, I went to see him twice. Yeah, so you can see.
But what kind of person he is? I mean, you saw him one-on-one, because I'm very aware you've met a lot of head of states, very in Africa. How can you define Muammar Gaddafi? A lot of people...
Well, if you want to ask me,
yes, sir.
It was a mistake killing Gaddafi. It was also a mistake killing Saddam Hussein. The problem we're having in the world today, those 2 leaders they killed were regional powers. And they were able to contain a lot of insurgents. Now you left them loose. Those insurgents were let loose, and they are doing whatever they like. You might, President Bush might agree with me or not. I've argued this personally face to face with him. And I said the greatest mistake was retiring 1 million army in Iraq. You can't put 1 million army on the streets and you think you have peace in the world. These are army who knew how to manufacture bomb, who knew how to make equipment, who knew how to do. It's the same thing in Libya. In Libya, Muammar Gaddafi was able to get everybody together, and he held them together. So it's the same thing that happened there. And the insurgents from Mali and Iraq and all the rest, they found their way to West Africa. The movement, this is what, when Jibril Aminu was Minister of Education, he was saying, talk about the nomadic. We have lived with these people for a long time. Why suddenly would they start killing? Because Buhari is president. Some people are urging them to kill because they have seen the central Boko Haram has failed. This is another tactic of Boko Haram. It takes students of international politics to know what is happening. It's not about Buhari.
So what's the assurance that Buhari will contain them in a second time?
Buhari is going to contain them even now. They are being contained. It's not a day's job. Because they have infiltrated into our system. Yeah? If Buhari goes about killing people like the way the past heads of state killed, you kill everybody. Like the one who went to Zakibiam and killed everybody in Zakibiam. Is it what you want to see? Both the innocent and everything. I'm sure that is part of what Malu died. Because Malu felt so bitter. The way President Obasanjo went to his village to kill everybody.
No,
some other people, no, those are the cause of the stroke. Because he couldn't bear the loss. His personal relations died. Some other people in Udi, in Bayelsa State, they are not happy the way they leveled down everything. So you can see that is the behavior of animal. But President Buhari cannot behave that way because he's accountable to people he's ruling.
Sir, let's go back to Igbo land. What effort are you making to reconcile the Nnamdi Kanu's family with the federal government so that there will be peace in that area?
Well, I made many efforts before when I went to talk to the father and the mother, but they didn't listen to me. If I have the opportunity of seeing the father of Nnamdi and the mother, I will also tell them that they should do what I've told them to do, to tell their child to calm down. Because we have seen this thing. I told it to them. I've seen Wazirike. He did the same thing. I said, you calm down. The day the federal government will come with their might, he will not stand this. No president sees another man wearing another uniform in a republic where he's the president. I told them. I said, the man will descend and descend heavily. If I'm a president, you stay in Kano, you want to put a rebellion, I'll quench it. You stay in Katsina where I'm a title holder. I'm a title holder both in Kano and Katsina. Because and also Garokowa of Kano, given to me by Emir of Kano, Ado Bayero in Umuahia, when he came to commission the mosque. So if I am commander-in-chief, you put a rebellion against Federal Republic of Nigeria in Katsina, I'll quench it. You put it in Kano, I'll quench it.
But his boys are saying there will be no 2019 election. If
no, those ones are side talks. We cannot be believing in these side talks. Didn't they say there will be no election in Anambra State? Was there election or there was no election? Those boys should go and reform themselves. I'm trying to put some of my NGO programs to go and reform those boys. And this is why we are busy doing the Petit Trader Scheme loan. So they can go and find something they will be doing.
You are the only ex-governor doing that kind of a thing. A lot of your colleagues are either busy business and all that. But why are you putting your money why are you spending your money on entrepreneurs, raising young people?
Because that's the only way I can sleep well and stay safe. We need to remove a lot of people on the streets and give them what to do.
Give them what to do.
Yes.
Let me go back to Tinubu. Last year at the wedding of your daughter, I discovered something. Maybe a lot of journalists didn't discover. You dragged Chief Oyekun up, you dragged Asabe Afrika TV up. And I was telling a lot of people, a lot of analysts there agreed that Dr. Orji Uzor Kalu was trying to reconcile those two entities. What were you trying to do to make the two of them dance? Even though they were not even going to even budge. The chemistry
but they budged. I danced with them.
And you danced with them, but
yes.
the two...
whether they budged or two of them stood up and danced with me. Yes. But it's still, I'm close to Tinubu, I'm close to Yegu.
So what's the problem?
I cannot see both of them. I don't feel comfortable because I can't go to Tinubu's house and sit freely. I can't go to Yegu's house and sit freely. This was like when most people will understand better This was like when Jubril Aminu and Atiku was quarreling when they were vice president. And I told Atiku, I said, I cannot stop going to Jubril Aminu's house. Over I can't do it. And I told Aminu, I cannot stop going to Atiku's house. It's not possible. So it's also another thing. It was like President Buhari and President Babangida. When they used to show their face, they are quarreling. I told each other, I would not leave each other. Because that is the hallmark of a strong-willed man. Till tomorrow, I'll go to Babangida's house, despite his view about Buhari. The relationship is still the son and father. So it will not go away. Because he's not that type of man. He's not vindictive.
So what do you think is going on between you and Tinubu? Tinubu said, I don't want the man, I don't want him there.
No, I can never say, because to be honest with you, I've never spoken to Tinubu or Oyeko what is in between both of them. Since I joined the APC, I try not to discuss the matter. But I think...
Is that diplomacy, sir?
No, I think
Okay, sir.
I will ask Tinubu when next I see him. And I will ask Oyeko when next I see him. I'm not afraid of asking questions. Nobody feed me. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, the convention, APC convention is around the corner now.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best way to go? Is it for you to continue or for the party to democratize and allow it?
No, the party have already called for democratization and they are going to vote. There's no elongation. He will contest like any other candidate.
What I'm saying is that you support, some people are saying for stability.
No, I'm not for anybody. I'm for the opinion of the party people. Once they vote, it's the vote of the party who will decide who will continue or who will not continue.
He became governor at the age of 39. There is a new move in town. They say, take it back, take it back, take it back. And we'll have the publisher of Sahara reporters, Mr. Omoyele Shore, who is very good, who is doing a very kind of gregarious campaign to say, take it from the old man. What if Omoyele become president in 2019? What are you going to do?
Leadership is not done that way. Let me tell you.
But you are checking after 39.
I'm coming, yes. Leadership is not about age. It's about your conscience and ability to give people back what they're supposed to get. Leadership also go with experience. After all, you have seen young leaders. You have seen people who were young, they were leaders. Leadership is the best leaders who are performing today are old ones. Like Germany, like China, like America, like France, like UK.
Old ones.
Old people, yes.
Okay.
Because you see, it takes wisdom to be able to rule people. You see, Nigeria is the only place that people who came from nowhere want to go and be governor overnight. And when they are governor, they can't perform, they can't do anything.
Okay.
I didn't come from nowhere. At 39, I was already chairman of a cooperative and commerce bank. I was member of First Bank board. I was member of Hallmark Bank board. I was member of Unipetrol board. I was member of Polytechnic in Bauchi, Federal Polytechnic in Bauchi, and I was a council member at University of Jos. So what the hell are you want to talk? I was full of experience. I was chairman of Igbo Marketing Company. I was chairman of Borodu State Water Board at 39 when I was seeking to be governor. So I know about management. But you see somebody from nowhere, he wants to be governor of a state without any something. And it's only in Nigeria. You go and see President Pin. President Pin, you see him, he started like from mayor.
In China.
In China.
Yeah, Jinping.
Today is the president. It's only in Nigeria. You want to carry somebody from nowhere because he was governor of Central Bank or he was one-time governor. You say he's going to be president of Nigeria. This is not
okay. Before I ask the last question, Atiku Abubakar is a very good friend, and
yes.
I remember. Yes, I remember.
This watch I'm putting on.
Yes.
He gave it to me.
Okay, Atiku gave you this watch.
Yes.
This watch is very expensive.
Yes.
Atiku is coming out subtly. I know he might not, but what if PDP takes him out? We will have a lot of prophets saying, "Oh, he might become the president. He might win." He's your friend. Mm-hmm. So, what do you have for him? Do you think he can change the upstairs? He can really, upstage what you are thinking or what you are saying?
No. I'm not going to talk. Listen, I'm not going to talk about Atiku. He was my boss and my very close friend, and I don't discuss my boss and my close friend who have been kind to me and who I'm very close to. Today, I'm in APC. If there's an election, I'll vote APC. That is it.
Lastly, tell Nigerians what they should expect in 2019. Since you said President Buhari is who we should go for and who we should vote for, Can you tell them what should the
what they will expect in 2019 will be economic revolution. We are going to push the president to revive the economy because our problem is no longer political. Our problem is to put food on top of the table of Nigeria, and Buhari have started that already. Agriculture, we are no longer importing rice. We are not going to import a lot of things. We used to import tomatoes here. We used to import gari from India, gari. Instead of going to Ijabu to make gari, we are importing. So we are going to be able to take these things ourselves. Immediately, we take over government in 2019. And I'm sure President Buhari will pay more attention, like he's paying to Boko Haram, to the economy.